Greetings and salutations, everybody. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. You're watching Raven Review. I'm your host, Raven, and today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite authors, H.P. Lovecraft. The book that I'm covering is called H.P. Lovecraft: Great Tales of Horror. Um, I guess light spoilers, which if you don't know H.P. Lovecraft, I don't know, but yeah, light spoilers. Okay, so on your screen, as you can see, there's a content of like all the stories that are in this book, such as Rats in the Wall, um, Call of Cthulhu, The Thing on the Doorstep, Cold Air, uh, Dagon, uh, The Lurking Fear, The Haunting of the Dark, Shadows of Time, and those are just a couple of them, as you can see. So, um, as far as the book goes, I'm not. There are some stories here that, well, all the stories are just amazing, to be honest with you. Um, I don't know what else to say about this. I absolutely love this book. I got it over at Barnes and Nobles in the bargain bin. It's usually there. It's like $8, something like that. It's well worth it. It's got a big collection. It doesn't have all of H.P. Lovecraft's stories, but it's got a big part of them, and it's got a lot of the really good ones. Um, and usually every book that you get always has Call of Cthulhu. Like every story, every book has Call of Cthulhu, or
Fascinating.
I would say at least 80%, maybe 85% of most books that you get where it's a collection of H.P. Lovecraft's um, written work it'll have Call of Cthulhu, which everybody knows what Call of Cthulhu is. They're even making a video game of it again. Um, or it's already come out. I'm not too sure. Uh, but overall, all the stories are really good. Uh, they're twisted. They go into H.P. Lovecraft's favorite town, which is Arkham, and it visits the sanitarium of Arkham, not the madhouse or whatever else it's called. uh, but yeah, it goes into there and talks about that. Like each story, once you start a story, you it's hard to actually not finish the story because you want to know what happens to the character, and it's I don't know, he just knows how to write a story very well. uh he's considered one of the masters and the father of horror literature. Stephen King wouldn't be Stephen King without H.P. Lovecraft, and he's admitted that on more than one occasion. Uh, there is some controversy with H.P. Lovecraft and his personal views on human society, which, some of that does show up in his work,
What's wrong with you?
but you have to also consider the time period when this literature was written and released, of why those viewpoints were. They are a viewpoint of that time and period, such as William Shakespeare is a written work of that time period.
That seems to make sense if you think about it.
So, SJWs and politically correct people and all those trolls that have their negative say about authors, such as this, don't really have a place, I don't think.
Just eat a fucking taco.
So, but with that said, though, every story is absolutely amazing. You get to see a darker side of the world that may be or may not exist, because the book is written and the stories are written for where there's a possibility that this may come true, and that's why it's so intense. Now, granted, some of the vocabulary can be kind of intense, which is understandable. It's how he writes. He writes with a very vibrant and large vocabulary in order to describe very simple little things. But that's what makes his writing so unique. One of an individual that I know was asking why he uses the word queer so much, referring to the word in a gay term.
Oh my.
Which the term has nothing to do with that whatsoever. And I had to explain to them that it means odd. Back then, that's what the word meant, which the word queer is used quite a bit in his literature. But it's the way he describes things, and again, that has to do with the time period of vocabulary at that time. But yeah, he H.P. Lovecraft, I think that's definitely like one of his favorite words is queer. In order to describe an individual or an event or something, it's described as very queer, which I thought was really, really interesting. Overall, the book is absolutely amazing. So I'll get into my reading and I'll quit babbling because I think I'm reaching close to maybe the 8 or 9 minute mark. I'm gonna give this book a rating of.
So if you're spending cash on something, why not Zoidberg?
And like I said, it's not very expensive as far as a pretty thick book. I only got it for like $8 over at Barnes and Nobles. I'm sure one of those big, multi-business $1 billion, $1 million bookstores that are at the mall. I'm sure they have this book. It's probably in the bargain bin, or at least in the horror section, probably for this price, if you wish to get it. I've seen a couple people sell it for like $60 or even $50. Don't do that. You can get it for $8. So yeah, definitely I would definitely recommend you guys get this book if you are a fan of classic horror for that time period. Definitely recommend this book. Definitely pick it up. Well worth it. Also, if you want a really good audiobook, I'm going to recommend H.P. Lovecraft's Necronomicon. You can get it on Audible. I don't work for Audible, but I own this book too. That way I have some H.P. Lovecraft while I'm driving around in the mountains, which can be kind of creepy at times. So, yeah. Overall, thank you for listening. Don't forget to give someone a hug. May change the day, may change their life. And we'll talk to you all later. Bye bye.
Thank you for watching Raven Review. Please remember to push the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you know when a new video has been posted. Also, don't forget to like or dislike the video you just watched. Then you can be an awesome person by sharing this video with all your friends on your social media networks. Have an awesome-tastic day and thanks for watching.